Testing, does that
Yep.
work? Yep. Can you change the settings for the Cook For Me one on the socials? That's okay. Okay, hi everybody. Time for Sunday tarot readings. We had a bit of a delay today. Mercury retrograde was playing with our technology. So now I'm happy that it's all back and hopefully working on your end. So if there's any issues, please let us know in the comments. Hi Joe, Jennifer, I've seen you come up and I have seen your questions. So you've asked, just wondering if my boyfriend's family is sincere in trying to help him, or is it about money? Okay, so I'm shuffling the cards for you, Joe, Jennifer, and I can have a look and see what comes out for you today. So I'm doing 3 card spreads today because they give us a real clear overview of things. And I'm shuffling the cards trying to connect to you, Joe, Jennifer, and really connect to your energy. So energy transcends space and time. And I'm a big believer that we can connect to the ethereal no matter where we are and what we're doing. So I'm really opening up my energy to try to connect to yours. Okay, so I'm about to lay out the cards for you now. So first we have the Page of Cups, the Magician, and the 10 of Wands. So my message is here that for your partner, I feel like there is some issues around basically obligations. So I feel like people in his life are working to almost every time they offer something, they want something back in return. So it's like a tit for tat situation. And the reason why I say that is because we have the 10 of Wands over here. Now the 10 of Wands indicates that there is a burden or there is stress on your partner at the moment. He doesn't necessarily see the forest through the trees. I feel like because he's immersed in their energy, he doesn't really see what's going on. And I feel like for you, you're aware, you can see what's happening, and that's quite stressful for you, Joe, Jennifer, because you're the person who is really connected to him. And so you can see from almost from that outside perspective what's going on internally in his life. So I have the Page of Cups there and the Magician as well. So that makes me think that there's a little bit of trickster energy going on. So the Magician is all about being able to manipulate and control a situation. This can be positive or negative, but I feel it being a major arcana card that these messages of love, or, you know, the butter wouldn't melt in their mouth, so to speak, is a little bit of a lie. So I feel like they're almost tricking to try to win him over. So I hope that makes sense to you. But the message is that if you keep trying to, with your integrity, so keep being yourself, keep being real, you know, be truthful to yourself, which I think you are. I think you've got a lot of integrity. I think that's gonna it'll end up exposing itself over time, and the truth will come out. But it is going to be a hard road for you guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat it in any way, but I feel like you will get through it. You will get to your goals. You will achieve what you want to achieve. So the 10 of Wands is an arduous card. It's about putting in really big energy, but the result of that is achieving your goals and striving together to create something bigger as well. But yes, I would be careful. These messages of love, or these messages, are kind of tainted around expectation when it comes to your partner. But I would say that you guys have the ability to create something great. It's going to be hard work, but my advice would be to do it on your own where possible as well, because I feel like with the family, they're only adding burden and stress to you guys. So you guys individually as a couple are fine. You have no problems whatsoever. You get along beautifully. Your soul connection is very powerful. But the 10 of Wands is saying that the burden is external. So I would actually retreat yourselves and try to focus on your own energy. You can do it regardless. You don't necessarily need them in your life. Okay, thank you for that, Joe, Jennifer. I hope that that's made sense to you. Kath, yes, sure, Kath. I'll read one for Kath now. So we're shuffling the cards. I hope your day's been going well. As I said, we have that Mercury retrograde in full swing. And my husband and I both have our sun signs ruled by Mercury, so it very much impacts on our communication and technology, which is not ideal for this type of work that we do. But he was determined to beat the techno gods and happened to get through that. Okay, so Kath, I'm tuning into your energy at the moment, and we're going to see what comes out in the cards for you. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Victoria in Australia. It's lovely. We've got about 18 degrees and it feels like spring, which is very nice in August. So at least the weather is behaving itself. Okay, shuffle, 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 shuffle. So putting in all that energy into the cards allows me to really connect with you. Whoop, we've had one jump out at us. Okay, we're going to see if that one comes back. That was the Five of Cups. Okay, Kath, let's have a look. Okay, Kath, I feel like there is some group energy around you. So I feel like you've been involved with other people, and I feel like that has been a little bit of a tricky connection. I feel like you've got other people in your ear trying to give you different advice, give you different ways of going about things. And that's with the Three of Pentacles over here. So Pentacles are all about resources and how you can share those resources, how you can use those resources. And I feel like there's lots of mixed emotions around this. So I have the Empress card, which I always jump to the major arcana cards in a spread. And the Empress is a major card. And it's talking about mother energy around you. So I don't know whether there is something around your mother or something like that, but I feel like there is energy around a mother figure for you. And my question here would be, is there some kind of advice or a situation around a mother figure for you? Is there people coming in trying to give you all different perspectives on a mother figure? I have the King of Wands next to that too. So that pertains to a fire sign male in your life. So Leo, Sagittarius or Aries. So I feel like he is connected to this energy as well. But what I think is that it's either you as a mother or your mother, and there's some kind of misdirection or people that are trying to sway you in a certain direction. And my advice would be trust your intuition. The Empress is very wise. You are very connected to your understanding of things. So someone trying to steer you in their direction is mainly because they're wanting some kind of resource from your mum or something like that. But I feel like you need to connect to your heart and you need to trust yourself here. So if this pertains to you as a mother, I would say that you need to continue to do what you feel is right. Even if that's not being received well, I feel like you're doing the best you can. Don't be so hard on yourself. I get this energy that you're very, very hard on yourself. And I don't think that that's doing you any favors. I think your heart is in the right place, Kath. And I think that you are a very sincere person. And I think that when it comes to either your mother or yourself as a mother, you're very intuitive and you're very connected. But other people might be insecure or they might be lost at the moment. And so they're throwing you for a loop as well. So the King of Wands can also be someone in authority, like a doctor or a solicitor or somebody like that, who may be trying to give you advice around mothering or around your mother. And I would suggest probably getting a second opinion or getting somebody else to evaluate this situation for you, because I don't think that advice from this male is necessarily good energy at the moment, and that could be because they're not seeing something or they're missing something. This could also pertain to a health issue. I'm just trusting my intuition here. So I hope that's really helped you, but I do feel as though you have the intuition inside of you, and my other advice is to get a second opinion. But yes, you as a mother or your mother, you guys don't necessarily need to listen to the advice of others at the moment, because I feel like you've got the inner knowledge. Trust that. Trust your inner intuition. I hope that's helped, Kath. Thank you. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Joe Jennifer. I'm so glad that you got something out of that reading. All right, so now I'm just waiting for other people to come in. So if anybody else would like a reading, please jump on and make a comment, and I'd be happy to jump on and give you one. Otherwise, I'll do a general reading for the week, because I always like to touch base myself. I haven't done my weekly reading for me yet, and to see what's going on in the world, in my life, that kind of thing. And I'll share with you how I get that interpretation from the cards. You're welcome, Kath. No worries. So yeah, the cards, I connect with the cards through energy. So when I'm sitting and I'm shuffling and I'm connecting with the cards, I'm feeling them and I'm putting my energy into the cards, and that's how I connect. So it's not necessarily these paper devices that have anything on them that give us connection. It's my energy connecting to the symbols and the decoding of those symbols for you guys. All right. So let's have a look and see what comes out for me this week. It'll be very interesting. We've got my son's birthday tomorrow. He'll be turning 11. So he's very excited about that. So it's going to be a very busy, bustling day celebrating his world. We homeschool our kids, so a lot of his friends are homeschooled as well. So we're all gathering together for a little catch up. Okay, So this is my reading. All right, so it looks like a good week. So this is very minor cards, which I'm really happy about. Sometimes major cards can give us a lot of big energy. What it's telling me is that this week we have 2 3s. So we always pay attention in the tarot to numerous symbology, things that come up together a lot. So 2 3s would indicate groups, would indicate, situations where there's lots of energy beyond our circle, beyond my husband and I. And it's telling me that I'm looking through the horizon. In the past, I was looking to the horizon for what I want to do in the future. And that is very, very true, because we have been spending the last 2 years creating, and this is where Wheel of the World has evolved. So I think 3 of Wands is telling me energetically that I am looking to the horizon for something bigger. I'm looking to the horizon for something, in terms of my goals and what I'm attaining, what I'm trying to attain in my life in terms of my passions as well. And the 6 of Cups is telling me connecting back to my childhood, but it also means in the present right now we are struck with Mercury retrograde. And so when that happens, we tend to reverse and we tend to go back and we look at things from the past. I'm not somebody as an individual that likes to stay in my past. I'm somebody who likes to move, flow with energy as much as I can. I know that's not possible all the time, but I feel as though my energy now is taking me back to the past. And so what it's telling me is that there's a lot of stuff that I've learnt from that. There's a lot of emotional fulfillment that I have since then, and how much I've grown since then as well. So I think that it's actually moving me into a positive phase this week. There'll be some kind of epiphanies that happen. There'll be some joy that comes emotionally, and that's the 3 of Cups. And that means gathering socially as well. So I'm actually excited when I see that energy come up, because I feel like the 3 of Cups is a very positive omen for me. It means that things are going to be emotionally very, very good. The 6 of Cups, a bit nostalgic, but that also means, very simply speaking, if you want to look at these cards together, sometimes the tarot is not complicated at all. It's just being very simple, is catching up with mates, catching up with old friends. And so on tomorrow, on my son's birthday, I'll be catching up with some of the mums that homeschool their kids as well, that I do have good friendships with. And so I feel like that's what it's meaning as well. And I also did have a friend just call me while I started this live, so I'll be calling her back as well. So there's that kind of energy coming through my reading this week, saying that there is a lot of joy, a lot of group stuff, a lot of commitments that way. And I think that that's very positive. So whenever we're doing readings, sometimes the mundane will come through as well. And I think that that's really, really exciting. All right, is there anybody else that would like a reading today? Is there anyone else that wants to jump on and have a bit of a look at the cards? It took us a little while to set this up, so I'm not quite ready to pack up just yet, but I'll keep shuffling, and if somebody wants to jump on, I can do them a read. But if not, I think that might be it. Thank you for those that did jump on. Okay. And so what I'll be trying to do these every Sunday. That's the goal, is to get on and do a card read whenever I can on a Sunday, unless we're away, unless something else is happening. But I think that it's really good to be able to be regular with these lives so that people know and can plan their time around them as well. And that might be a very positive thing. Would you like a reading? All right, so this is my husband. He's going to shuffle the cards. So we're going to get Matt. She's shuffling the cards because he's here in person with me. And I'm going to have a look for him, what might come out in the cards. It's always good to kind of see the cards from his perspective and from mine. Obviously, we're entwined in our lives, but things will come up differently for him, and they will for me as well. So we'll see what comes up. Okay, he's doing some very precise shuffling there. He's cutting them into 3. And then he's popping them back any way that he wants to. This is how I would do a reading in person. Okay, Matt, what comes out for you today? And he doesn't necessarily ask a question. He may have, but he's not necessarily doing that. Okay. All right, so this is actually really interesting because we have the Wheel and the Magician. So the Wheel of Fortune is about fated events, things beyond your control. And this is what I feel like has been happening today for Matt. The 9 of Swords is all about things that are stressful, things that are really worrying and bothering him. And I feel like that was all to do with this technology that was not working this morning. It's being very direct today to you, Matt. So it's saying that the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Swords is that you can control those fated events. You didn't do anything wrong necessarily with the setups that you did to get this technology working. It was literally out of your control, and that's the Wheel of Fortune. That is fated events. They are the cycles of life that occur. And the Nine of Swords is all about that anxiety or that stress that comes up around when things aren't working. Basically, it can be very, very frustrating. And the Magician, though, this is the positive thing, is that when you're determined, when you put your mind to something, when you keep going, it will be okay. Your ball is really in your court. So yes, you can control those events. Yes, the universe was playing havoc with the technology today, but you have the power within you to create something bigger and to make it happen. So I feel like that's literally what it's talking about. And I think you did a fantastic job connecting everything back together. But the Magician in the future is saying that no matter what happens, you do have the power within you to keep moving forward. You do have the power within you to create and fulfill your own destiny. So that's very exciting. When I see things like that, I think these two major cards are saying, despite the rough waters, despite that bit of a headache, it wasn't, in the whole scheme of things, everything will be okay. And so it's a bit of reassurance that these are universe blips. They happen, and sometimes energy interferes with what you're trying to create, because technology can be quite finite, and it's something that, but we do have control over it. Ultimately, you do have control. So I hope that's helped you. All right, well, I think we're going to wrap it up now. I feel like that was a bit of a shorter live today, but I feel like we haven't had many other people coming in. So it was really nice to do a couple of readings this morning, or this afternoon. We were aiming for this morning. And if you want to get a live reading done in the future, I would jump on to Wheel in the World on the page, or our YouTube. Subscribe on our YouTube, because we are live simultaneously on YouTube as well. Or like and follow our page on Wheel in the World, and you might get selected for a reading. So obviously some days are busier than others, but it's been really nice to catch up with everyone today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday.